We look forward to celebrating with you.
Hello viewers, welcome to SUMTV. Taraba Business School and Taraba News cordially invite you to the 10th year anniversary, which is going to take place at follows: 6 December 2024, venue Grand Shield Hotel. And guess what?
We'll be featuring dinner, new business ideas, award night, and a lot more. Please don't miss out for anything. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Hello viewers, welcome to SUMTV. Taraba Business School and Taraba News cordially invite you to the 10th year anniversary, which is, and guess what?
We'll be featuring dinner, new business ideas, award night, and a lot more. Please don't miss out for anything. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Celebrating a decade of excellence, Taraba Business School and Taraba News 10th anniversary celebration. You are invited. Join us for an outstanding story of inspiration, entertainment, and schmoozing as Taraba Business School and Taraba News mark a remarkable milestone, 10 years of pioneering excellence. Events highlights include keynote address, book launch, award ceremony that honors outstanding achievement. Also, there will be music and entertainment with live performances by renowned artists. In the same vein, there will be dinner and events details. Date 6th December 2024. Venue Grand Shield Hotel.
Hello viewers, welcome to Sport Daily on SUMTV, your one-stop shop on all sport updates, where we bring you exciting news and transfer updates on football, basketball, table tennis, and other sport-related updates. Today with me in the show, I have two guests, Mr. Emmanuel Fachabe, who is a sport analyst and an accountant also, but he knows how to do the job well when it comes to sports. And also by my right is Mr. Wakili Emmanuel, who is our regular guest and also a proficient sport analyst. Mr. Fachabe, welcome to the show. Mr. Wakili, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Well, viewers, we'll be diving into matters that relate to sports from the Premier League, the La Liga, Serie A, and other sports. We bring you news that has to do with Man U, Arsenal, and other sports. And I know you'll be interested to watch this. Stay tuned as we go for a commercial break, and when we return,
In a world where leadership and entrepreneurship are crucial for societal growth, one man has consistently demonstrated exceptional vision and dedication. Join us as we celebrate a decade of mentorship and socio-economic development, courtesy of Chief Gabriel Layinka, founder and CEO of Taraba News and Taraba Business School.
Yeah, my passion is to see that information is available at every man's doorstep. So I've been very passionate about this. This I've done for a decade now, providing information and using every available platform to provide it.
With a burning desire to make a difference, Chief Olayinka launched Taraba News and Taraba Business School, bridging the information gap and fostering economic growth in Taraba State. Over the past decade, Taraba News and Taraba Business School have become household names, earning numerous accolades for their commitment to excellence and community service.
I believe with the knowledge gained from Taraba Business School, I have the confidence that I will utilize.
Taraba News, una well done. I'm happy to see una. Taraba News na one of the Ogbonga station where they reign now for Jalingo. Thanks to una, they like that una show well and that una beautiful newscasters. Una advertisement man, I like am well. Everything about the show is very good and okay. Una well done. My shop there around this time. Make una try one day come visit me and advertise my goods for me.
I am with the Taraba market. Thank you, Chief Gabriel Olayinka. Thank you, Taraba Business School. Thank you, Taraba News.
Taraba Business School gave me a voice. I'm now a successful business owner. Thank you to Taraba Business School. Thank you to the CEO, Mr. Gabriel Olayinka. Thank you.
Working with Chief Gabriel Olayinka has been a transformative experience for me. He's truly a mentor, and I must commend him for his own initiative, the ideas, and bringing out new things for us to emulate. Thanks to Taraba Business School, thanks to Taraba News, and thanks to Chief Gabriel Olayinka.
I'm proud to be part of Taraba News Agency. Taraba News Agency is the largest news agency in Taraba State and the Northeast. I'm very proud to be a member of the team. Chief Gabriel Olayinka has given a platform where you get the latest news around this part of the world.
The vision that started like a joke, just as a Facebook page, today has grown to become a conglomerate. We have a cause to roll out the drum and to call friends and well-wishers to celebrate with us and to be part of this great achievement.
Chief Olayinka's leadership has inspired a generation of entrepreneurs, journalists, and changemakers in Taraba State. Under Chief Olayinka's guidance, Taraba News and Taraba Business School will remain at the forefront of socio-economic development in Taraba State. Join us in celebrating 10 remarkable years of mentorship and socio-economic development, years to many more years of inspiring leadership and transformative impact from Chief Gabriel Olayinka and Taraba News and Taraba Business School. Taraba News and Taraba Business School, 10 years of excellence, leadership, and service to Taraba State. Jalingo, time 4 p.m. We look forward to celebrating with you. Celebrating a decade of excellence, Taraba Business School and Taraba News 10th anniversary celebration. You are invited. Join us when I start a remarkable milestone, 10 years of pioneering excellence. Book launch, award ceremonies by renowned artists. In the same vein, there will be dinner and networking to connect with business leaders and influencers. Events details, date 6th December 2024. Venue, Grand Sheet Hotel, Jalingo, time 4 p.m. We look forward to celebrating with you. Celebrating a decade of excellence, Taraba Business School and Taraba News 10th anniversary celebration. You are invited. Join us for an outstanding story of inspiration, entertainment, and schmoozing as Taraba Business School and Taraba News mark a remarkable milestone, 10 years of pioneering excellence. Events highlights include keynote address, book launch, award ceremony that honors outstanding achievement. Also, there will be music and entertainment with live performances by renowned artists. In the same vein, there will be dinner and networking to connect with business leaders and influencers.
Welcome back, viewers. If you are just joining us, this is Sport Daily on SUMTV, your favorite station to get all sports news on Sports Daily. And with me, as I earlier announced, I have two guests, Mr. Emmanuel Fachabe and Mr. Wakili Emmanuel. Today we'll be discussing on issues around the Premier League. We'll start with the Premier League, sir. We'll talk about the Man City losing to Liverpool again, their last match yesterday. So I'll start with you, Mr. Fachabe. What can you say about that?
Okay. No, the match was a good one for Liverpool, despite the fact that they played very well. Man City are struggling, so it is obvious for Liverpool to win them. Let's say. So Man City have been struggling for 7 games now, and this struggle has cost them a lot due to the fact that they lost one of their key players, which is Rodri. Rodri was very instrumental in that midfield. And right now, that is where Man City are lacking in the midfield. You can see yesterday, Liverpool outshined them in the midfield area. So it was a very tough one for Man City. Like someone that has sympathy or a fan of Guardiola, we say that January should hasten
for the transfer
window to be open, so that they can get a defensive midfielder to replace Rodri, because seriously Man City are struggling when it comes to the midfield area, because that is where all other position are doing good, but the midfield, that is where the defensive midfield particular, that is where the problem is, because they struggle very much in that place. They struggle very well. So, and kudos to Liverpool. Liverpool are showing that they can win the league. They have given one of their best performance during the Champions League tournament with Madrid. They played very well, and they still exhibited a wonderful performance yesterday against Man City. Or despite the fact that I was not impressed with the referee decision about that penalty. To me, that was not a penalty, though, because the keeper is already down, and Diaz had to just pull his leg, and the keeper, the ref just awarded a penalty. To me, that one, I did not see that as a penalty. But Liverpool played very well, and they deserve the win, though. They deserve the win. So kudos to them. That as it may be, the league is still open, so they should not think that the league is already over. No, the league is still open. Man City can still bounce back. Arsenal are still pushing. So if they want to win the league, previously over the years, they were very consistent. So if Liverpool want
the result was I won't say unexpected, because we know how bad Man City are playing these days. We know Man City are struggling. So even before the match, we spoke about if Man City will win Liverpool, maybe we'll see them pick form from that match. But then I said I don't see any way Man City will beat Liverpool. And as you can see the result, Man City lost 2-0 against Liverpool. So Liverpool is a team that is trying to show people thought they are out of the picture for now after Klopp left the club. Jurgen Klopp, their former coach, yes, the former head coach, left the club. It seems as if it will be over for Liverpool. But we see what Arne Slot is doing with Liverpool now with something that no one expected. Liverpool were not among the top 3 favorites to win the Premier League at the start of this season. But you see what Arne Slot is doing with this particular Liverpool, who we thought won't be able to make they won't be able to achieve that height this season. But we see them doing that. So far in the Premier League, we've not seen this gap since about 1990. Since the 1990s with Manchester United. After about 12 matches with this margin between the first position and the second position on the table, we've not seen this in the Premier League. As Imam Fachavi just said, right now, and we know Man City is that team in the Premier League that can win 20 matches. The only thing that we've seen them do something like that in the Premier League recently, and we know they're a team that will be able to do that once they just fill in that gap. Once they find their shape, you see Man City winning matches in a row.
So all they need to do is to find their shape.
Yes, all they need to do is to find another way and get back to their winning ways. So if that happens, we know that Man City is a dangerous team. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, so in the light of this, Mr. Fachebi, Arsenal wins their last one 5-2 against West Ham. What's your own take? Do you see them going to clinch the first in the Premier League table?
Arsenal are playing very well. Arsenal have been consistent, though even for the previous 2-3 seasons, Arsenal have been very, very consistent. But their problem is consistency. Once it comes to the end of the season, that is where they start fumbling. We pray that Arsenal should maintain the consistency till the end of the season. If not, they are in a better shape. Most of their players are back. Most of their players are in form, and they are playing wonderful football for the past 2-3 seasons. And Arteta is doing wonderful. The only problem he has for the 2 seasons that he could not win the Premier League is that Guardiola was there. I didn't mean Guardiola was not there with Man City. He could have won the Premier League twice, but Guardiola was there, and that was their hindrance to click the Premier League trophy. So we hope that Arsenal will give Liverpool a fair fight this season, because they are the only one in that shape right now to contest with Liverpool. And I do not see Arsenal as a team that we are still contemplating that this thing,
they might still come
back because of the calibers of players they have and the calibers of coach they have. So, and Arsenal are not giving that fair fight because they will do that. They are not consistent once it comes to the second leg of the season. They have not been consistent. They will play from the beginning till like January ending, but once we enter February, you see Arsenal fumbling. So we want to see the competitiveness in the league,
and then consistency,
consistency, so that one team should not be dominating. When one team is dominating, the league will not be as interesting as it is. Like the Premier League we used to know. Now the Premier League is not interesting again, because the only team everybody knows that Man City. So now we want to see the league competitive, and Arsenal are giving that. They mean that consistency,
that momentum,
that scoring, and that pace they have given. So they should not allow Liverpool to give that much gap, because they are the one in and together with Liverpool. So they should give Liverpool a fair fight.
They are likely to win if they continue.
Yes, if they continue like the consistency. If they should maintain the consistency, I see Arsenal clinching the Premier League. Even though they do fumble, but I want to see Arsenal clinching the Premier League this season.
In the view of what Mr. Portugal said, Mr. Wakili, Arsenal has been doing well also. What can you say about this year last match?
Yeah, Arsenal have been doing well, not just this season. For the past 2 seasons, we saw Arsenal coming close to winning the title. But then they always fumble at the end, most of the times. We saw them beat West Ham 5-2 this weekend. But then we can't say for sure if Arsenal are the team to win the Premier League this season. Even though we see Man City fumbling, facing difficulties in their previous games. But then I think Arsenal haven't stand that true test yet. We'll see them against Manchester United on Wednesday.
We'll get to there.
Yes, we'll see them on Wednesday against Manchester United. We'll know how serious Arsenal is about winning this league.
Okay, so we will now delve into the Chelsea. We see them continuous winning their matches. Their last match they won 3-0 against Aston Villa. What can you say about that? I know that's your own club.
Of course.
Would like to elaborate more.
Of course.
Yeah.
Chelsea are doing really great, as it is expected, due to at the beginning of the season, the numbers of players Chelsea bought, the coaching staff, and so many changes were made to the club. So it is expected that they should perform well this season. And if they don't attain that, then it will be embarrassing after all the spending during the transfer window. So it is expected of Chelsea to win games like this. But we Chelsea fans are happy to see Chelsea back in our winning ways, because Chelsea, we've been struggling in the past few seasons. We've not played the Champions League in 2 seasons now. But then definitely this season, I believe Chelsea will end up at the top 4 of the table this season. And then so far you see Chelsea and Arsenal are sharing equal number of points so far this season. So if Chelsea continue to manage these winning ways, I think Chelsea will be among those contending for the Premier League this season. Even though it is not expected that Chelsea will be able to win the Premier League this season. The favourites so far now are Liverpool, Arsenal, and Man City. Even as Man City are struggling, they are still listed. Yes, they have that potential of winning. But then I think Chelsea is also there. And Chelsea are the underdogs. Chelsea have always been the underdogs in almost every competition.
You're telling the followers now to know that Chelsea can win.
Of course, Chelsea can win this trophy. And it will be
the conference.
Of course, the conference league I think is ours already. Yes, because I don't see any competition in
Mr. Fatri, what can you see?
Chelsea. I will not say Chelsea. They are playing well, but my problem with Chelsea is that they struggle whenever they meet the big boys in the league. You can see when they meet Man City, they lost against Man City. They lost against
Liverpool.
Against Liverpool.
Yes, but that is it.
And whenever you meet, they say there is a saying that to be a champion, you must win the champions. And this is one of the characteristics that Chelsea lacks. They only show their big boys weight or big manism when they meet the small boys in the Premier League. So when they meet the big boys, we see them struggling, fighting, nowhere to be found. So, and if you want to win the league, you must win all those people.
You must fight the big boys.
You must fight the one that will hinder you from winning the Premier League. Understand? So, but Chelsea right now, they are playing well. You can give it to them. The coach is doing a great job.
Yes, in response to that, let me say one thing. Speaking about winning the big boys, It's not just that. Last season, Arsenal didn't lose any match against the top teams in England, but they didn't win the league because they lost to one team, and that was Aston Villa. They lost home and away to Aston Villa, and Aston Villa is the reason Arsenal couldn't win the league last season. But we saw what Chelsea did with Aston Villa this weekend. Chelsea flogged Aston Villa 3-0. So if they continue like that, then Chelsea will be that team.
Yes, yes, you have a point there, but drew with the big boys last season a lot. When you check, they drew with the big boys last season. So that is it. And we want to see Chelsea. Chelsea are playing well. They are giving their best. They are in top form now. The coach is trying to prove a point. So we want to see him proving the point that we want to prove. So we hope to see them winning this week. This midweek Premier League again. So that is what I can say.
Well, viewers, if you're just joining us, this is Sport Daily on SUMTV. You can comment under the comment section to share on your thoughts on what you think this Premier League, about the Premier Leagues, the fixtures, the previous matches, and you can also predict what will happen the next matches. We will now be talking about the Manchester United with their own leading team head coach Amora. We see him doing wonders where they flog this 4-0 their last game against Everton. So Mr. Wakili, what can you say about that?
Yes, we know Amorim is a good coach. From what we saw him do with Sporting before coming to the Premier League, so it was expected of him. But nonetheless, that was against Everton. Everton is a team that is struggling this season, so we can't say for sure if Amorim has that grip right now in the Premier League, because there are still a lot of matches to be played. There are still a lot of opponents to face. And as I said with Arsenal, I'll still say the same thing with Manchester United. See them this weekend. I mean this midweek. Yes, on Wednesday, Arsenal will face Manchester United, and we'll see the team that is more serious in the Premier League.
Mr. Fachebe, what can you say against Man U?
Manchester United are playing very well. They are playing good. They are showing energy in their play when the new coach entered. So it made me have a lot of thought in my head whether the players are just ganging up so that the management of the club will sack Ten Hag. Because if you see the energy they use while playing their previous matches, that is after the sack of Ten Hag, you will see that the energy, the momentum, and everything is there. And you wonder, why are they not playing when Eric Ten Hag was there? So it is obvious that most of the players doesn't want Ten Hag to continue as their manager. That was why they were playing lackadaisically that time. But Manchester United are playing good now with the 3 matches that Ruben Amorim have played. They have played, even though he drew 1 match. But test he has in the midweek to see whether he will prove that he's really the coach that everyone was expecting for Manchester United.
Well, we've been talking about the midweek games. Let's look at the features for this midweek on Wednesday, 4th December. Everton will be facing Wolves. Man City will be facing Nottingham Forest. Newcastle will be facing Liverpool. Southampton will be facing Chelsea. And Arsenal will be facing Manchester United, as well as Aston Villa will be facing Brentford. Let's talk about these features. Possibly Mr. Buje, Wakil, you can also predict some of the matches from these fixtures. Let's talk about the Man City fighting Nottingham Forest. Is there any potential for Man City to win the game with Nottingham Forest?
Man City, we expect Man City to at least clutch winning this time around against Nottingham Forest, because Nottingham Forest is one of the weak teams in the Premier League. Even though we know Nottingham Forest always turn up big against the
big boys.
The big boys in the league. Yes, it's not easy to win Nottingham Forest. And as a matter of fact, Arsenal lost against Nottingham Forest this season. And Liverpool played against Nottingham Forest. I think they drew in that match. Yes, they drew in that match. Liverpool drew against Nottingham Forest. So Nottingham Forest, they know how to play against the big boys. So but then it's expected Man City should win that match.
That's your own prediction.
That's my own prediction. I expect Man City to win that match.
Mr. Fachabe, what's your prediction at Man City against Nottingham Forest?
I see Man City bouncing back, and the scoreline will be something like 2-1.
Okay.
I give Man City 2-1 against Aston Villa. So I see Man City bouncing back against my Aston Villa.
Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest. And if Man City should bounce back, you should expect something great from them too. Moving on. So I give them 2-1.
Viewers, you can also predict your own matches in the comment section. You can watch us on SUMTV on Facebook and YouTube, Super Media TV. You drop your comments, give us a like, and you can share this program on your various platform. The next one we'll be talking about is the Newcastle and Liverpool. Liverpool, they are already on the table leading. What's your own prediction?
Newcastle, as of last season and the season before last, Newcastle are one of the teams to be feared in the Premier League because they play with passion, and you see them playing to win, trying to prove something in the league. But these days, Newcastle have been struggling. Newcastle are not in the top 10 in the Premier League table currently. So they've been struggling this season. That should be an easy win for Liverpool.
Okay. Mr. Forchabe, what's your own thoughts?
Liverpool are in high form. So we expect Liverpool to win the match, but anything can happen. Newcastle too are one of the clubs that always give a shocker to the big teams. So, and we expect the game to go in favor of Liverpool, but I see Newcastle proving a point that day. So even though, yes, that is what I can say.
So you can also comment on the Southampton and Chelsea match again.
On the Southampton and Chelsea are in very good form. So we can Chelsea to win that game by two goals to nil.
Okay.
Yes, 2 goals to nil.
What's your OC?
I say Chelsea to win 4 goals to nil.
You're so passionate about your team. You share that enthusiasm.
And I'm confident about my team.
So let's talk about the major shakers that everybody's anticipating to watch. Arsenal, Man U. There's a game most people are anticipating to watch in the mid-week features. Arsenal, Man U. What can you say?
Arsenal currently, we are all seeing the same thing with the Arsenal team and the Arsenal coach. This is an opportunity for us to win this title. I think that is what is going on behind the scene in that Arsenal dressing room. This is an opportunity for us to win this title. Man City are not there again. And so far, Liverpool have been performing well, but we don't see a team like Liverpool being consistent throughout the season. The only team we know that can do that is Man City. And Man City are struggling currently. So it is left for Arsenal now to be consistent, to try and win as many games as possible to be able to win the title this season. So I expect Arsenal to beat Manchester United in that game. Manchester United, they have a new coach now who is also trying to make a name for himself and prove a point in the Premier League that he's here for business. And it won't be an easy match for Arsenal, but then I think Arsenal should triumph at the end of the 90 minutes.
Well, on the Premier League table, Liverpool is leading with 34 points. They've played 13 matches. They win 11. They drew 1, lost 1. Arsenal they also played 13 matches. They win 7 out of it, and they drew 4, lost 2, and they are currently 25 points. Chelsea have 25 points. Also, they played their 13 matches and they won 7, lost 4, lost 2, and they drew 4. And then we see Man City on the 5th, where they played 13 matches, they won 7, and they drew 2, lost 4, with 23 points. This is the this is the table for the Premier League so far. And Man U is coming up with their number 9 on the table. They played 13 matches, they won 5, they drew 4, and they lost 4, and they are 19 currently in the table. So that's all to be talking about for Premier League. Let's move.
But then they underperformed because this is a team that we have eyes on. All eyes is on Barcelona currently this season, because we saw what they did at the start of the season against the big clubs in Europe, not just in La Liga. We saw them trash Bayern Munich, we saw them trash Real Madrid and other big teams in the European competition, and they were going really fine in their local league, the Spanish league as well, before Yamal injuries. So many people were talking about the loss and the draws they were having was due to Yamal being out, but Yamal was back and he played that game, but Barcelona lost. So I think they need more passion, they need more belief that they can do this and be able to win their matches consistently. Right now, Barcelona are just ahead of Real Madrid with 1 point, and then Real Madrid are 1 game behind. Real Madrid still have 1 game left to play, and if they win their match, they will be ahead of Barcelona on the La Liga table. So I think it was a shocker for us fans seeing Barcelona losing.
And it was a really big shock. It was really one of the greatest shock of football to see a team like Las Palmas winning Barcelona in their highest form of the season, because Barcelona are in very good form. They are one of the teams that are performing extremely well now. Seeing them struggle is very, very disheartening as their fans. And what I can say is that the team is playing like they are playing, or they're centered around Yamal. Whenever Yamal is not around, you see them struggling. Even the game they lost 1-2 against Las Palmas, he was introduced in the second half. So that was why. So they are playing as if they are one-man team. So if Yamal is not there, they cannot be able to play. It's very, very bad for them, for our team. So we want to see them coming back. We say they are in good form. They have the qualities. They have the players. The players are in good shape. Even some of the players that are injured, but the ones that are around are playing very well. So we want to see them coming back, and we want to see them bouncing back. Even they lose, they winning, they lose, the loss was a big shock for us, the fans. So we see them coming back stronger the next game. So we see Barcelona will prove a point this season. I see Barcelona winning.
But the difference between Barcelona and La Liga in the table is
just 1 point. I see Barcelona winning the Spanish La Liga because they have the quality, they have the form, they are in good shape. Even Madrid will prove a point, but Madrid are not in that good shape and they are not in that good shape like Barcelona.
That would take us to the Real Madrid, where they won their matches 2-0. What can you say about that?
Yes, they won their match 2-0. But if you check Madrid, the Madrid team are struggling in the areas of midfield. They are struggling in their midfield, in the midfield area, and in the striking line also, because Mbappe is not that Mbappe that we used to know. Mbappe, before he will score, he will lose like up to 10 chances before you can see Mbappe scoring. And Vinicius, that is helping in the front line, is also injured. So, and they are missing the lack of Cruz, and Casemiro is also there because there's no one to fill in the gap. So, but they are playing, they won their game, yes, they won their game, but they struggle in the UEFA Champions League, you can see. So whenever they meet a serious team, you can see that that deficit in the midfield.
Okay.
So that deficit is there in the midfield. So that is that about Madrid.
Yes, but despite that fact that Madrid are currently struggling to win their matches, but then as far as I'm concerned, right now they are just 1 point behind Barcelona, who we say were in one of the biggest form this season. So
you still see Real Madrid having the chances to play?
yes, because right now Real Madrid they have 1 game left to play. They are 1 game behind. So if they're able to win that match, they will be 2 points ahead of Barcelona. Struggling Real Madrid 2 points ahead of Barcelona, who are in one.
Let's briefly talk about the Serie A matches between Fiorentina, defending Champions League champion. Inter Milan has been abandoned after Viola midfielder both collapsed earlier in the match amid troubling scene on the pitch. What can you say about that briefly in just 2 minutes?
These are rare scenarios, but they are not impossible to happen in football. We've seen players time after time collapsing in the match, during the match. So that was what happened earlier on in the match between Inter Milan and Fiorentina. One of Inter Milan's Fiorentina's midfielder both collapsed during the match, and the match was abandoned and suspended. But reports came afterwards that he regained consciousness, and I think he's getting his treatment now, and he will get better.
Okay.
So we are happy to hear that news.
Well, in just a few minutes, Mr. Fwachabi will be talking about the local games. We see our governor has striked. Recently, we heard about cases reported by very dark man or other social media activists that one of our young talented players who was scouted to play outside was being maltreated by his agent. But we see that the governor has swum into action, and we heard that he's now back to base. What can you say about that?
First of all, we want to thank the governor for this wonderful gesture to ensure that his own subject or his own citizen is not being violated, his right is not violated. So we say kudos to the governor for the prompt intervention to ensure that the citizen, his own citizen, is being brought back safely and sound. So we say thank you to the people's governor.
So, Mr. Emmanuel, what's your last word to the governor for bringing back this youngster who was violated?
Of course, we spoke about our governor so many times in this particular sports program, and this is due to the love and passion he has shown the people in different aspects, including the aspect of sport. He has intervened in so many ways, the best development and innovations in this state. So so far so good. Our governor is really trying for his people. We say kudos to him, and we want to see more of him doing these things that he does.
So all thanks to our executive governor, we've seen Jerry is now back to, according to report, is now back to the state. All thanks to His Excellency Dr. Abu Kefas. On that note, viewers, we ran up for this show and we're closing the curtain. Thanks to Mr. Fwachabi. Thank you for coming to the show. We hope that next time we invite you to the show. Mr. Wakili, our regular guest, thank you for coming. And on that, we've ended this show. Keep watching SUMTV Sport Daily every day, 11 a.m. Thank you.
Events details, date 6th December 2024. Venue, Grand Sheet Hotel, Jalingo. Time 4 p.m. We look forward to
My people, una well done oh. Na correct tori I carry come knack una so from Taraba News and Taraba Business School. Taraba Business School and Taraba News get their 10th year anniversary celebration wey wan take place for Grand Shield Hotel on 6 December 2024. This celebration go begin with the launching of their new ogbonge TV station wey dem call SUMTV, wey go come follow with the official launch of one of the book of the CEO and founder Chief Gabriel Olayinka, as dem say the name of the book na 7 Principles of Sustainable Wealth. Oh yeah, make una run come see the correct packaging wey follow this event yo. Dem say na award night for their best stars and top government people wey go show. As una see so, me and Papa Mina don run go Grand Shield Hotel to go grab our table for 4 tickets yo. Wetin una dey wait for? Make una run come follow us jolly as Great Taraba Cultural Group go entertain